why I say they make a whole bunch of live streams and videos, because I body them and they can't talk boxing with me for real. This is what I mean, bro.
Good. So look, this nigga said that it wasn't Derrick James' fault that Errol Spence lost that fight, right? So I want everybody to understand this, because this nigga is not. Errol Spence is the root of the fruit of the reason why Derrick James' name got big, right? So Derrick James had all of these fighters. He had Jermell Charlo with a fight lined up. He had Frank Martin with a fight lined up. He had Anthony Joshua with a fight lined up. Then he brought in that fucking prima donna and Ryan Garcia and started training him. This was my thing on that. How the fuck do we know that Derrick James, because remember, at the presser when, you know, they was hitting the mitts, we remember Derrick James hit him on the head. Everybody remember Errol looked at that nigga like he wanted to punch him in his fucking mouth. So my thing was, Derrick James, how strong was you? What was your mental at? Was you tired when you was training Errol Spence, having all these fights going on at the same goddamn time, when your fighter is fighting for the biggest fight of his fucking life? How a nigga like this cornball gonna tell me that Derrick James didn't prepare Errol Spence to the fullest when Errol Spence showed inside that square fucking circle he had no answers against Terence Crawford?
All right, let me let Knockout get on real quick. Knockout, speak your piece, my brother.
So this idea that it's Derrick James' fault that Errol Spence lost the fight, last I checked, Errol Spence is the boss. So if Derrick James ain't training him properly, then he could just fire his ass, number one. Number two, if Errol Spence is in the goddamn ring and he just in there with a better opponent, a trainer can't do shit for you if a motherfucker faster than you, better than you, more skilled than you, got better timing than you, and all of that shit. Because I heard Derrick James' instructions. I don't know if y'all heard him, but he was telling them, you can't come in on a straight line. What Spence kept doing the whole fucking fight, nigga. Coming in on a straight line. Hey, you need to come in off your jab and make sure that you keep your space. Did he do that shit? Fuck no. So if a motherfucker ain't listening to your instructions, then ain't nothing you can do about it. That's on Errol Spence. Derrick James didn't make Errol Spence be undisciplined, blow up in between fights. That ain't his job. That's Errol's job. Derrick James didn't make Errol Spence make bad decision upon bad decision, which left him in car accidents and left him having injuries and broke down his body and shit. That wasn't motherfucking Derrick James, nigga. That was Errol Spence's decision as a grown-ass man. So when you see somebody like Derrick James, and a lot of what you saying was assuming, well, we don't know if Derrick James was tired, because you ain't got no fucking facts to go off of.
Oh man,
You can't fuck with me for real, bro. You like work, dog.
Okay. All right, then listen. He said, I don't give a fuck if you done or not. He said,
I didn't cut you off. I'm not done. Yeah, I know. Anyway, we don't know if he was tired. You saw when he hit Errol on the head. So let me get this straight, you dumbass nigga. So because he hit Errol in the head on a media workout, it's Derrick James' fault that he lost the fight? You make no fucking sense when you talk, bro. You just a loudmouth stupid nigga, bro. At the end of the fucking day, Errol Spence is in charge of who trains him. He's in charge of his nutritionist. He's in charge of who his strength and conditioning coach is. He's in charge of what he eats. He in charge of whether or not he decides to train, what time he train, if he spend time with his kids, if he spend time with his woman, if he spend time in the gym. He's in charge of all of that shit. Every last ounce of that shit, that's what he in charge of. So if his trainer ain't training him properly, there's nowhere in the unwritten rules of boxing where the nigga gotta go around this bitch and allow Derrick James to train him if he too fucking busy. Nigga, you grown. If he too fucking busy and he ain't giving you the attention that you need, and you the one that put him on, you the reason he got Ryan Garcia, nigga. You the reason he got Jermell Charlo, nigga. You the reason he got Anthony Joshua. Then you fire his ass. And you find somebody that's gonna give you the time that you want. You can't blame Derrick James because Errol Spence got in there with a nigga that just happened to be better than him on that night. With a nigga that actually was disciplined and didn't go drinking and driving and shit. He made those decisions to get his ass whooped, bruh. That ain't got nothing to do with Derrick James. It ain't an instruction in the world. You go watch that fight. Derrick James could have been given the best instructions in the world against Terence Crawford that night. That nigga was in that bitch like Bruce Leroy, nigga. And everybody in this chat know it. And I don't even fucking like Bud, nigga. I don't like that nigga at all, bro. But he had the Bruce Leroy glow that night, dog. And there wasn't nothing Derrick James could do. Not an instruction, not a motherfucking advice, not a motherfucking tactic. It's nothing he could do with Bud that night. Earl lost that fight because Bud was a better fighter, not because of Derrick James, you goofball, stupid, cornball ass nigga. Quit mentioning my name when you know you can't fuck with me for real, bro. And that's all I got. I don't even need to say shit else. Now try to rebuttal something I just said. Trash ass nigga.
It looked like the chat is confirming that knockout is a. I don't know if that's the lead. They all saying facts. They saying he's cooking. ILTBA, you got the floor, sir.
Now I see why knockout is a total dickhead, right? Because we talking about who fault it was and the reason why what happened. This nigga bring up Errol Spence's whole fucking history of him being in a car wreck, him drinking and driving and doing all that other shit. But what this bitch ass nigga didn't mention is Errol Spence was undefeated through all that shit. He was still fucking winning, you dumbass nigga. So when you talk about the bad decisions that he made, he was still fucking winning, you ignorant fucking fool. And this is why I say this nigga don't know what the fuck he talking about, right? Because he say a trainer ain't got no say-so. So what the fuck is a trainer around for if they ain't got no say-so? Why would a nigga bring they fighter 2 weeks to Las Vegas when they've been training in Texas the whole goddamn time?
Are you sick of having issues with your Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard.
Why would he do that? So you telling me Derrick James, a guy who been in this game way longer than Errol Spence, couldn't tell Errol Spence, hey, Earl, no, you've been training in Texas, stay here, whoop-de-whoop, then you come up there a week after fight. You want to bring him up to Las Vegas, then having okaying him running the hills, not telling them, hey, Earl, you shouldn't run these hills like that. Oh, and you shouldn't do stuff like that. And telling me that him having all them other fighters around didn't supplement Earl's performance is goddamn stupid. Why the fuck do you think Anthony Joshua left his goofy ass? Why the fuck do you think Jermell Charlo brought that other guy in here? We don't even know if Derrick James gonna be training Charlo no fucking more. Why the fuck was it rumors out there of Frank Martin want to go back to his fucking old coaches, which was facts? So if you think that shit didn't play no fucking part in it, you a stupid fool. When a guy has his biggest fight coming up, there's no way as a coach you should have all these other fights going on. It's not about him getting no bread because all money ain't good money. You got to think about the guy who was the root of the fruit who got you there. And he didn't put all his time and effort into his guy on his guy biggest moment of his life. And if a motherfucker tell me that it wasn't his fault, you a stupid fool.
All right, so now we got to see who won the debate.
Nah, bro, you let him go twice, bro. You let him go twice.
Go for it, knockout.
I'm so I want to address it because you notice a lot of shit that I said, bro, that I cooked you on. You ain't notice a motherfucking thing I said. But like I always say, I'm going to show you how to address everything that a nigga say and put him in a motherfucking body bag. So you said that his drinking and driving and the way he treated his body didn't matter leading up to the Terence Crawford fight because he was undefeated up until that point. Let me show you how fucking stupid you are. It's a thing called shit finally catching up with you. It's a thing called Terence Crawford ain't them other nigga. He's not Danny Garcia, bro. He's not Sean Porter.
Not the way you was talking.
So you're cutting me off again.
You said Errol was gonna win the fight.
I know. Can you hit the mute button on this undisciplined ass nigga, please?
You said Errol was gonna win the fight.
Bro. There you go again. Cause you can't fuck with me for real. I know, bro. I know. But the idea that just because it didn't fuck up in his last fight, that it can't catch up to him with Bud, you a goddamn fool. It's called wear and tear. You know, Father Time is fucking undefeated, nigga. You know, injuries matter. Okay, you got one car accident. Damn, now you got 2 car accidents. Damn, now you got 2 car accidents and a torn fucking retina. Damn, that's your fucking decision. Then you so goddamn stupid, you claim that you in the streets and I'm a square. That's what you said. I'm in the streets. I go to these events. He a square. Well, cause somebody in the chat that actually go to fights and they actually go to these motherfuckers, let them know that it's kind of par for the course for you to get to the motherfucking place that you fighting 2 weeks before the fight. Because if you just get there the week of the fight, you got media days. You got media workouts. You got weigh-ins. You got press conferences. So they actually do get their IOTBA, you goofball, stupid ass, cornball ass nigga. They actually do get there normally 2 weeks ahead of time. That's why Derrick James had Earl get there 2 weeks ahead of time, because that's the protocol. They get there a week before. They continue the last part of their training, the weight cutting and all that shit. And then the week of the fight, they already there. They already acclimated to the weather. And they do all their press obligations leading up to the fight. Just some education for your stupid ass, bro. I don't know.
Hold up, IBFP.
Continuing on to prove that you have no facts behind you. You started making your points with rumors. Well, we don't even know. There was a rumor that Frank Martin was leaving Derrick James because of it. That's how you know you cooked. You over here putting the rumors. Bro, you keep cutting me off because you getting cooked. I understand. I do this to everyone. So don't feel bad, bro. Don't feel bad. I understand. But you're going to get the fucking work. This is what you asked for, nigga. This is what you asked for. Now, you continue trying to make the point that motherfucking, it was Derrick James' fault because Frank Martin is rumored to be leaving him. Why you think Anthony Joshua left? What, Jermell Charlo, why you think he brought that other guy in? That's how you know that it's Derrick James' fault that Errol lost the fight. Explain to me how rumors win you a debate. Because Frank Martin squashed the fucking rumors, you goofball, dumbass nigga. Frank Martin said, I'm still with Derrick James. So why would you even bring something up in the debate that the fighter himself said was not true? Dummy. Jermell Charlo has never said that he's leaving motherfucking Derrick James. You just bringing up shit, pulling shit out of your goofy ass mouth because you can't fuck with me. Now, on top of all of that, bro, address some of my points. Oh, you can't, because I'm going last. So I'll drive them home to body bag you again. Errol Spence lost to a better fighter. That's why it's not Derrick James' fault. Derrick James told Errol Spence to do the right things in the ring. He told him not to come in off a straight line, but he did it anyway. He told him to work behind his jab and quit reaching over his front foot, but he kept doing the shit over and over and over again. And Bud kept taxing his motherfucking ass every time he reached, like basketball, nigga. You reach, I teach. You over your front foot, bitch, take this left hand with you. Oh, you reaching with your jab, bitch, take this right hand with you. And he countered that nigga into oblivion and out-jabbed that nigga and outlanded that nigga because he was faster, he had better feet, he had a better ring IQ, he was even stronger in the fucking clinch. What Derrick James got to do with Errol Spence looking weak in the fucking ring, y'all? What does Derrick James have to do with Errol Spence getting in the fucking ring, supposed to be the bigger man, supposed to be the dog in that bitch, and he getting the clinch with Bud Crawford, and Bud Crawford is throwing that nigga all around the ring? What he got to do with that? Not a motherfucking thing, you stupid ass nigga. That's my time. Anytime y'all want another nigga body, tell him say my mother.
Hey, now hold up.